Okay, time now is 8:37, 8:38 a.m. in the morning on June 7th. Oh fuck, I'm so tired. I slept from 4:30 a.m. till 8:35. Or 4:35 to 8:35, and I didn't immediately fall asleep. I mean, I fell asleep quite fast, but not immediately. So yeah. So let's just say I slept for 3 hours and 40 something minutes. Wow. That sucks. Yeah, I know. I love how last night I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to bed at 3:45. And I ended up going to bed at 4:35. So, yeah. Didn't do much last night either. But yeah, today I'm waking up hella early because theoretically, supposedly, Michelle is picking me up about 20 minutes later and driving me to the Aero Theater so that we could line up to buy some Criterions. I don't know if Michelle's gonna show up on time because every time she's kind of late every time. Let's be honest here. So part of me is tempted to go back to sleep for 5 more minutes. But yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna spend more money, basically. Yeah. It's gonna be nice. And then we'll just hang out and that's it. Tomorrow morning I need to wake up early as well. Fuck. But, yeah, I guess I'm looking forward to Monday, where I don't have to wake up early. So yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for the Criterions. I'm excited for the crits. It feels weird that I'm going outside and hanging out again. It's really weird. Okay.
What the fuck?
I know this person. What the heck? Damn. Yeah, we're 1 hour. We're 1 hour and 15 minutes early. Oh my god.
Yes, Godzilla.
Oh my god. Nerds.
Okay.
Oh my god. People are tenting out here. We should have brought one of those like foldable chairs. Oh, they have a booklet. They do have booklets.
It's solo summer.
Oh my god, it keeps going. Oh my god. I mean, we can sit on the grass and stuff. Oh my god. I mean, I know it's like, because it's Saturday and it's like not a work day, more people would show up. I didn't know like there would be like 4 times, like 5 more times.
I agree, but seeing Endgame.
Okay, we'll find the end of the line eventually.
No, you don't.
There are kids in line. What are they gonna get?
Season 1 was set.
Okay, we got it. Oh.
We made it.
Whoa. Yeah. Okay. We may be able to go in. some big celebrity.
Oh, my favorite movies.
So lucky.
Damn.
Yeah.
I take back what I
Whoa.
said.
We're moving.
We're moving. Yes.
Wow, that's a big move.
I know.
That's a big jump.
I'm happy. Okay. You gotta slide past the AI. We're doing it if we get in
Whoa.
another line.
Like more like Will Smith, but it's devouring. Like you couldn't stop eating, and I feel like Coca-Cola. Yeah. I was like so interested. Yeah, to me it's not the visual.
It's good.
Milk.
The matcha's pretty good.
Damn.
Never had peach matcha.
Okay. We just ran out of power. Bruh. My king, Hamaguchi Ryusuke.
I just put my
The
sunglasses
director drive my car.
Oh, nice.
Bruh.
We are the champions of France. Yeah, I mean, unless he wants to, I don't judge.
No, you need the shirt.
My favorite one's 8 out of 5.
Ooh,
The rest of
okay.
them, I have mixed feelings. But not in a
We're
bad
close.
way.
Oh, are they going?
Oh my god. We're going. Happiness? Damn, that's fucked up. Okay, we're getting in.
Long time no see.
Long time no see. Oh my god,
How you guys feeling?
I'm like
All right,
excited.
awesome. Thank you.
Oh, what the heck? What is this? What is this?
Wow, it's really bright.
What is this? Okay,
Thank you so much.
thank you so much. This is amazing. This is crazy. 100 years of Olympic films. That's a big one. Yo, you go first. Careful, don't fall.
Oh my god.
Oh. Oh. Yo. Yo. Okay. Oh my god, I'm dying. You know it's Vought?
I don't speak.
So it's Vought is like it says Vought on ice. So this is a satire. Okay, time now is 2:09 a.m. in the morning. I'm gonna sit down because my legs are broken. So today is definitely the most interesting day since I've come back to LA. And you know, I ain't complaining. It feels like I just finished con, but that was actually like 10 days ago. So that's kind of crazy. But anyways, wow. Today is like just another day of con. It feels like just another day of con, even though I didn't see any film, but I'd say it's almost as intense. But also like it's different. But to me today is like the is huge. So at 8:35 I woke up, and it's not great because I have 4 hours of sleep, but it's like not the end of the world. And Michelle kept her word. She actually showed up at 9:06 a.m., I believe, which is like not that late. So I was like, wow, you were actually like quite on time. So we went over to the Aero Theater and we arrived at around 9:45. And I was like, wow, we're actually a little early. Because I expected to start lining up at 10. And on the way, Michelle was like, yeah, I think we'll line up for like 2 hours. And then I have like errands to run. I need to buy things. I need to buy a yogurt. I need to like do this, do that. And I'm like, okay, but 2 hours is optimistic. I think 5 hours. And I think I can handle 5 hours. So, holy fuck. We arrived at the Aero Theater. And outside the truck, there's a line. And we kept going. And the line kept going. And going. And going. And going. And going. And we were like 4, 5, maybe 6 houses down. And then we're like, what the fuck? There are like hundreds of people. The line was insanely long. And we got to the end of the line, and there was just a sign that says, I'm sorry, but we've reached maximum capacity. The line is closed. And at that point, I was like, well, I think at that point, I was still not sure if I want to do it or not. Like, part of me was like, yeah, maybe it's not worth it. Imagine lining up a whole day just to spend more money when you can, like, because the criterions are 40% off when I can just wait a month and then buy them 50% off. So I'm like, I don't even know. So, I mean, I still wanted to wait. I don't want to just immediately give up. But, and there's this black guy, and he's one of the volunteers for American Cinematheque for the Aero Theater. And he's like, yeah, on Instagram, like 40 something minutes ago, they actually announced that they're closing the line. And then I checked Instagram, and then I found it. I didn't even know, because I haven't checked Instagram. But on Instagram, American Cinematheque, they put out an Instagram story saying, sorry, but we're at maximum capacity and we've closed the line at 9 a.m. The truck doesn't open at 11. Doesn't open until 11. And at 9 a.m., they've already reached maximum capacity. It's fucking crazy. It's like worse than Cannes somehow. Like the length of the line is actually somehow even worse. Actually, I think Cannes is also really long, the line. But like, Cannes was more intense because I was in tuxedo and it was burning hot, and I was also already very exhausted in the first place. But the line was longer here, I think. So I and Michelle were like, you know what? Let's just wait a little bit. And Michelle's like, yeah, I'm here, might as well. And I'm like, okay, let's just wait. And then we just stood there. And then at that point, I'm still thinking, yeah, we're literally behind a sign that says the line has reached maximum capacity. We've closed the line. And because we're right behind the sign, it's almost as if we are the only people who cannot get in. But I think there were several people who like came in and they just immediately left because they're like, oh, like it's over. But me and Michelle, we just stood there stubbornly. And the guy, the volunteer, was like, yeah, you can wait around, and I mean, there's a chance, but it's really low. I think the earliest you can get into the truck is like 8 p.m. The guy was like 8 p.m. And at that point, it was 9:45. So I'm like, wow, we're going to wait here for 10 hours, I guess. That's great. So we waited and waited and waited. And then more people joined behind us, but they were basically immediately turned away. And a couple people also stubbornly waited behind us. And then I was just thinking, wow, I guess we'll just wait here for a few hours. So at that point, my plan was, okay, I'm gonna wait here until maybe 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. If the line doesn't move at all and it doesn't seem optimistic, I'll just leave. I'll just give up. I mean, it's okay. I want to sit down and have a nice meal and, but not long until the Criterion staff started going down the line and started counting people. And they wanted to make sure. So the plan is, if maximum 5 people can get into the truck, which means it's not like an individual thing. If each person gets into the truck for 3 minutes, it's going to take forever. So now their new plan is group people up and send people into the truck, 5 people at a time, and 3 minutes each time. So they're just counting people to make sure it's like just enough time. And they're like, you know what? Maybe it will work. I think you guys in the back of the line, I think there's a chance. I think you guys have an 80% chance. That's what the Criterion staff said. And then so the American Cinematheque volunteer grabbed the sign in front of us and placed it behind us. So now we're last in line. And from that point on, there were tons of more people trying to line up behind the sign, but they're all turned away. No one got in at the end. So me, Michelle, and 2 other dudes behind us were literally the last 4 people. And we were dead last. And we were told we have an 80% chance of getting in, but at some point we've been lining up for so long that they cannot deny us. Like, if they suddenly deny us right now, it's just too mean. So at some point, they told us, yeah, I think we're definitely going to get you into the truck. Don't worry. And so at that point, we decided, okay, we're going to line up the whole way. But yeah, it was fucking brutal. So we lined up 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12, 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m. We lined up 9 hours and 20 minutes, basically. The first few hours went by really fast. I think by the time we reached like noon and 1 p.m., it was like, oh my god, it's like 1 p.m. already? So like there were a few houses down and there was an archway made of like grass and vines. We're like, okay, we need to make it past that. We made past that at around 11 something p.m. And then at around 1 p.m. it feels as though we're already 60% done with the line. So we're like, wow, we're moving very fast. And at that point, Michelle was like, oh, I think we'll be done by 3 p.m. And I'm like, 5. But at some point, we were actually really optimistic. So there's this woman who's also volunteering for American Cinematheque, and I recognize her because she's in my CTCS 192 last semester. She's a USC student. She's a fellow Trojan. So there were multiple moments where I wanted to like go up to her and like chat, but I never did. But eventually I did. And I mentioned Matt, and Matt's famous. And she's like, oh, you went to Cannes with Matt, right? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, I'm going to apply next year. And I speak French, and Matt told me that I have a huge advantage. And I'm like, yeah. So that was really nice. And then at some other point, Alan, this Latino, Mexican American guy in my film 32, like 3 years ago. He also studied in Long Beach, same cohort as Michelle, but different major. He showed up out of nowhere. I was like, oh my god, it's him. And Michelle's like, hey. And then, again, he just walked past us. A little bit later, he went back, and we said hi to him. So we met another guy, and he's been consistently there throughout the rest of the day, and we talked to him a lot. He's a really nice, really tall guy, very charismatic, warm smile. He's like, yeah, just volunteering, blah, 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 trying to, find more opportunities. And yeah, he's very attentive. He listens to Michelle's stories, and yeah. And then the sun became really strong. At some point I left the line and I went to the front of the line, and they gave me sunscreen. So they were giving out sunscreen, they're giving out cookies. They gave out tote bags. Everyone got tote bags. It was a huge reassurance. Like, we were thinking, like, even if we couldn't get in the truck, at least we got a free tote bag, and inside the tote bag there's a booklet of like all the films, and we also get 1 month free Criterion subscription. And then, but we still kept going, and we just chatted. So the two dudes behind us, there's this I'd say maybe like mid-30s or like maybe late 20s, and he just looks older than he should. But this guy, his name is Mario, and then this other guy, his name is Jeff. He's from Massachusetts, and he's like kind of an introverted, like, he's like quiet and introverted, and at first I get the feeling of him feeling like, ooh, everyone here is like pretentious, and he's like, just I like films, Coreda, have you heard of him? Like, he's a little, he's a little aloof for a while. And then that other guy, Mario, he's into music. He doesn't know anything about film aside from a couple of films. So we're talking about Wong Kar-wai, and he's like, oh, Wong Kar-wai, yeah, who is that? And he's like very new to this, but that's cool. So we talked a lot, and we killed a lot of time chatting, and I think that's the strategy. So I lined up 7 hours for Resurrection, and it didn't feel that long because we just chatted most of the time. Yeah, I had to sit down on the ground very fast. Like, at around like 2 hours, 3 hours in, I just couldn't take it, and I sat on the ground. No chairs, nothing, just on the ground. Yeah. At some point, I really wanted matcha, because I know Michelle really wants some too, and there's a cafe across the Aero Theater. Yeah. Eventually, we went over there, and that's when the line really slowed down. So there's this huge line, and then we enter the zigzag zone. So it's like zigzag like this, and then it's zigzag. So it's like horizontal zigzag, and then it's vertical zigzag. And the vertical zigzag is really long. So at that point, the line becomes really slow. And that's when it started becoming torturous for me. Not because of my legs. I mean, my legs are sore, of course, but my stomach was feeling bad. I had a stomach ache. And it's not like an intense sharp pain. It's just I'm selectively lactose intolerant, and I think the cream bun I had this morning plus the matcha with the milk just did not do well for me at all, and my belly was really bloated, and it just felt like there's a constant pressure, and it was just fucked up on the day where I have to line up. So yeah, it got worse and worse and worse, and by the time I reached the zigzag line, I think it was like 5 or 6 p.m. and at that point the lines really slowed down, and I just couldn't. It was just really, really bad, and I just wanted to go home at that point. Yeah, I had like, I was excited at first. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this film. I'm gonna say that, say this, but at some point, I was just like too tired. But the Criterion staff, they're really good. They keep coming and chatting with us. So I talked to like 3 different Criterion staff, and I kept asking them if Criterion's gonna release Ron in 4K, and one of them was like, I can't tell, and the other 2 were like, no, not sure, maybe, they don't know yet. And there's this like people in production. So they say it's a small company, but Criterion's already like one of the biggest physical media companies in the world, and they call themselves small. They have 70 people in the staff, which I think is like mid-ranged. If they are small, what is Arrow? What is Radiance? What is Umbrella? Do they only have 5 people? So yeah, At some point, a Criterion staff came, and she's in the production wing, in the production department. So she literally like is part of, I guess, the team of people who are responsible for picking films and like planning what film to release. And I asked a bunch of questions like, how about the Kurosawa 4Ks? And she's like, yeah, more are coming. And that's not surprising. I know more are coming. I can tell. I can predict. But I was like, oh, how about a Jajanka box set? And she's like, no, that's just a rumor. There's no such thing. And I was like, oh, how about Tropical Malady? And she's like, no. But I mean, maybe, but no. Like, and I was like, how about The Handmaiden? Because it's out of print. And she's like, oh, yeah, we don't have it, but maybe. Like, there are no concrete answers today. Which I think is legit. But I really hope they do get run in 4K. I hope I influenced them. I hope I made some good suggestions. Yeah, I hope I guess indirectly made some criterions happen because of my suggestions. Holy shit. But yeah, that was crazy. Like, again, if you told me like 3 years ago, one day I'll talk directly to the Criterion staff and I'll be suggesting films for them, I'd be like, that's crazy. And then we had a lot of questions because like films are running low. Michelle kept asking them if they have The Color of Pomegranates, and they're like, oh, it's running low, but it's still there. And Michelle eventually got it. Okay, so spoiler alert, we did get into the truck. But it was torture. The last hour, my belly was hurting so bad. But like, I have to pretend that I'm okay. And man, that was terrible. I was sitting down, I was clinging onto the fence post. It was really bad. And like, the thing is, like, even in Cannes, I get to sit down a lot. Plus, I get to go out of the line and go to a kiosk and buy coffee and buy things. Like, not a lot of people did that today. And at some point, people start cheering. Every time someone goes into the closet and leaves the closet or the truck, people are clapping because it's like, wow, you waited so many hours. There are definitely moments where I was like, I don't know if it's worth it, man. I don't know. But yeah, finally, 7 p.m., the sun is going down, and I was shocked that I just spent the whole day. I wasted so much time. Like, I was just thinking I'll never do this shit ever again. I mean, I love Criterion, don't get me wrong, but this is just too much. But at 7 p.m., we got in. And for a moment, I got a lot of energy. I was excited. I got in, and I'm like, ooh, Mishima Life in 4 Chapters. I immediately found it, immediately showed it to the camera. I used my own phone to film it. So one of the staff is in the truck, and he grabbed my phone, and he put it on a little stand, and it just filmed us all at the perfect angle. And I grabbed the 3 films I want. I had it planned out. And turns out not a lot of films are low on stock. They know that some films are going to be really popular, like Anora, and In the Mood for Love, and like Mishima. So I got Mishima, and I'm so happy. Yeah, I got Mishima and left the truck. Yeah, when I went to the truck, I wasn't like exploding with excitement because I was already really tired, but it was still fun. Like, just me grabbing it, showing it to the camera, speaking, and just going, oh, this one, oh, that one. Yeah. And then I left the truck, people were clapping, and these 10 minutes are just wild compared to the dreadful 9 hours before. But yeah, after I got down, I was ready to pay for the 3 Criterions, which would probably end up being like $70 something. And then the people under the tent, they were like, it's on us. It's on us. You're the last group of people. and this is on us. And I was like, so maybe it's worth it. Even though I lined up for like 9 hours, I got 3 criterions for free. Bro. And then I saw a giant poster of Gael Garcia Bernal, and I told Michelle, and Michelle's like, ah! And then she took a bunch of photos with it. And then at the end, someone there was like, you know what, you can just take it. And Michelle's like, really? So Michelle took it. So now at the backseat of her car, she has a giant Gael Garcia Bernal poster, which is crazy. Yeah, that's it. So tiring, but I got them for free. So that's crazy. I don't think I'll ever do this again, though. Yeah, I don't think I will. It's crazy because I need to wake up slightly early tomorrow as well because I need to go to Los Feliz. I can't wait to just go to bed. I'm so tired. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to talk about what happened after. So, Michelle drove me. So at that point, my stomach was really hurting, but I also really wanted to pee. And Michelle's dad got locked out of their apartment, so Michelle went over to her place, told me to wait at her car, and went up to her apartment to help her dad. And that took like a whole hour. Michelle's like, oh, it's gonna take 10 minutes. It took a whole hour. Crazy stuff happened. So at 9, maybe, Michelle returned. And at that point, I'm hungry, but I also don't feel hungry because my stomach is also very bloated. Like my belly is very bloated. But I also am hungry, and I only ate like cookies and like a cream bun the whole day. It's unhealthy. And I'm also dying, literally. Like my bladder was gonna burst. And at some point I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Michelle's apartment to pee, but I couldn't. Michelle's like, don't worry, I'll take you to Century City Mall. So within 10 minutes, we zoomed over to that mall, and I immediately found a bathroom, and yeah. And then we went to Shake Shack. I didn't even know what to eat. I don't care. I just want food. Michelle wants Shake Shack, so I'm like, fine. So I got Shake Shack, and that's my dinner. I skipped lunch, straight for dinner. I just had some salad because I realized I haven't had any veggies today at all. And I may eat a little something later, or maybe not, but just goddamn. Oh my god. But yeah, that was me wanting to pee and me being tired, and yeah, Michelle got her first 3 criterions that she's ever owned for free, so she's pretty proud. Yeah. That's crazy. I'm living the film life. Also, I forgot to mention that Mario turned out to be Skylar's cousin. Skylar from Film 33. What the fuck? What? Okay, time now is 11:52 a.m. on June 8th. Yeah, I slept from 4 a.m. to 11:45. Not too shabby. Yeah, last night I was really tired. I fell asleep while watching ReZero. I couldn't do anything. I was too tired to edit anything or watch any more anime, so I just immediately went to bed. Yeah. But I think it's good that I think it's really good that a big thing happened yesterday because it's like the first big thing that happened to me since Cannes. So, For 10 days straight, I've been thinking about nothing but Can, and now I have a new thing to think about, so that's really cool. And today I need to go out again. So today I'm going to Los Feliz to watch Caught by the Tides solo. I don't know why, but it feels good to go solo again. Like, it's just myself, quick and easy. Yeah. Oh, I feel like I just had a dream, but I just forgot already. Damn. My parents were there. We were traveling. Oh, I saw Christian Slater and his son. Yeah, that's weird. Anyways, yeah, that's it for today. And then for the next 5 days in a row, I have nothing planned. So, there's that. Yeah, we'll see. But that's good because I'll go back to the doing nothing mode, which is nice. I like doing nothing. I also DM'd Potter last night. I haven't talked to him in a whole year. And, Potter's back in Hong Kong now, but he's gonna return to LA in, like, late August. But, like, we can hang out in Hong Kong again a year later, which is crazy. We haven't seen each other for a whole year, but we should. She responded quite fast, too, so I'd be happy to meet him and have a talk, you know? But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to report. Nothing else interesting has happened, and my legs are not that sore, surprisingly, even though I stood up for so long yesterday. It was my belly that was hurting even more. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Join us, won't you?
This premiered at Cannes last year, and we're really excited to have it for this limited engagement. It plays again on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week, so tell your friends to come and check it out while
Okay, it's 9:28 p.m. Yeah. Cool. Cool. At around, so I was like, oh, at around 2:45 I'm gonna head out. So I headed out very late. I headed out at like 3:15 because I procrastinated a lot this morning, and then it took me a while to film the Criterion video, where for the first time I'm actually using my lav to record a YouTube video, which feels like 500 times more professional than the stuff I have made. Yeah, I left and I took a bus to Los Feliz. I arrived at the theater late, about 10 minutes late, but I was right on time at the same time. I was right there, right before the presenter showed up. And of course I watched the whole film in its entirety. And I'm so happy. I don't know why, even though I don't think it's like a masterpiece by any means, but I just feel really happy that I'm able to see such an artsy film in its complete entirety from front to back while being 100% awake. I could imagine if I see this film in Cannes and I'm like dozing off, I would just feel really pissed because it's a very easy film to fall asleep to because it's really slow, but me being awake completely through it made me enjoy it so much. And also the theater is like weird. It's like slanted, and the chairs in the back are lower than the chairs in the front or the seats in the front. But all the seats are tilted upwards, and the screen is upwards, so we're all looking upwards, which is something I've never seen before. Like usually theaters were always looking downwards. This is the first time for me. So that's that. And it felt nice. It kind of worked. But yeah, and I also enjoy, even though I only spent 2 days with someone, Michelle, yesterday and 2 days ago, it's nice to be alone again. I don't know why. There's something so nice about just being all alone and having my own, like, plan. Now I'm thinking, man, maybe I should have stayed in France for a little longer and solo traveled a little longer, because suddenly being alone is like fine again for me. And either way, it feels good today. Today felt good actually. On top of that, again, my Instagram story yesterday where I took a photo of the Criterions I got from the truck got like tons of likes, lots of views on Instagram stories. And then today, Luis made 3 Instagram posts containing screenshots from my short films, The World Is Not Enough and Smooth Operator, which is fantastic. And Mitchell saw them and everything. I'm sure Jian will see it. But, yeah, I didn't even release any trailers or any stills of Smooth Operator. So this has become the first thing to ever be released on the internet about Smooth Operator. So it was like, oh, I didn't know that. But it's fine. You know, it's like sometimes films before they screen in Cannes, like all films before they screen in Cannes, usually release like a PNG, like a JPEG. So I guess this is like the JPEGs. Yeah, so there's that. I have nothing else to talk about, really. Nothing else. The other thing is about the protests in LA right now, downtown LA, the ICE. They are going around sort of arresting, hunting down undocumented immigrants, but also immigrants in general. They're basically the Gestapo. And people are rebelling against them, which is great, beautiful to see. On the r/Los Angeles subreddit, one of the people posted like a Hong Kong protester's guide, like what helmet to wear, like smoke masks, and I'm just like, damn, you know, I'm proud of this. And it's gotten worse and worse. When I got onto the bus, I hear people talking about it, and it's like, wow. But I didn't see any of it because I'm around USC, and most of the protests happen around downtown LA, unless it's like crazy, like all across LA. But I don't think that's happening. And I'm concerned. Yeah, you know. I want to go to Instagram and Twitter and retweet and post things that could help people. Like, there's a live tracker map of all the ICE sightings, but I can't do it because now I'm scared for my livelihood. Like, if I post anything critical of America, I might get deported as well because I'm an immigrant. So it's fucking scary, actually. So yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I can't criticize neither China or America now. It's such a dystopian reality we're living in. But yeah, regardless, I am extremely excited to go back to Hong Kong still. Really excited. LA has gotten worse and worse as a city. Like, gotten more and more depressing, and I don't know. And then that's it. I have nothing planned for the next 5 days. I think within the next 5 days, I'll spend a day buying something in Ralph's. I'll be spending some time, maybe Trader Joe's again. Like, I don't know. Or maybe I'll suddenly hang out with someone. You know, you never know. So yeah. Damn, I have nothing else to talk about. Yeah. Looking forward to sleeping again. I feel like I had something to say just now, but then I forgot. Okay, time now is 1:10 p.m. On June 9th. Yeah. You know, if you really think about it, 2 days later, it would have been 1 month since I've gone to Cannes. That's fucking insane. I slept from 4:50, very fucking late, that's bad, to 12:45, the usual time. And yeah, you know, it feels good to sleep a lot, etc. I actually did wake up around 11:45. I just stayed on my bed for a while. Yeah, yesterday was not productive at all. I don't know what the hell did I do. Like, I just ran out of energy, I guess, to do anything. I don't know. I'm not like tired. I think I'm just, I don't know. I just feel kind of like numb a little bit, perhaps. Yeah. So, yeah, so I didn't ended up not doing much last night. I tried to edit 2 videos. I didn't edit any of them because the time it took me to import videos into the laptop already took forever, and I didn't even finish ReZero, so that's, but it's okay, because now I have 5 days in a row where I have nothing to do. So today I'm planning a home all day. I'm planning to not go anywhere, just edit videos, watch things, draw. I realize I haven't drawn in like a couple months, actually. I need to get back on that. Write, read mangas. I want to finish it. I want to finish Steel Ball Run before Anime Expo, which is like less than a month later, so I mean, gotta hurry up. Yeah, so I have a lot to do, I have a lot to deal with. Breakfast, I'm thinking I was gonna go French toast, but for lunch I do want to do toast and eggs and ham, so French toast maybe a later day. This morning, oh, that's a good question. What should I eat? What do I have? I guess I can do cereal again. I'm not, privy to that. And then, yeah, dinner, I'm thinking, pork chop and, cabbage and mushroom and rice. Yeah. And then I might have some yogurt for, after. Yeah, that's it. I have no notifications. Not really. I haven't really been talking to people that much. I don't know. There are just so many Instagram stories of people posting about ice being near, and I want to repost it so bad. I want to help out. but I just don't know. I just don't know. I did speak to Glenn a little bit over Instagram yesterday. I forgot why. I think oh yeah, I made an Instagram story saying I can't say things, and Glenn is like, yeah, this sucks. And I told Glenn, oh, by the way, I'm thinking of going back to Hong Kong this summer. And Glenn was like, I advise you not to. And at that moment, I'm like, fuck. But then I was like, yeah, that's just one person. I mean, to be fair, I do think it's really dangerous to go back to Hong Kong now. But if I don't go back this summer, I don't know when's the next time. I think I won't go back for like 2 years after this, which is gonna be insane. Back in round 1, I didn't go back to Hong Kong for 6 months, and it felt like 6 years. And now it's been a whole year. I have to go back. So, yeah. Yeah, I dreamed about the festival again. I had a dream where, it's like in the middle of the festival, maybe towards the end, suddenly it started raining and the screenings got cancelled because it was raining. And then there's this guy and he's like, yeah, I'm disappointed. And I'm like, yeah, it's a bummer because I want to rewatch this. Anyways. I don't have anything else to report, I guess. I'm looking forward to the film set. I'm looking forward to the HKOS short film thing. And I'm looking forward to Anime Expo. I'm looking forward to Tova coming back. And I think these are the 4 things that I have before I go back to Hong Kong. So, which is solid. It's fine. It really is fine. Jiayun set, I don't think it's gonna happen, man. I really don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah, I realized, like, I don't have a single person in USC who I get to be as close as I am with, like, some other people that I know, not from USC. Like, it's still a very alienating place. Yeah. Okay, time now is 9:57 p.m. Holy shit, it's been a whole day and it's already 10 p.m. now, late at night. I can't believe it. I just spent like 4 hours editing my Criterion Truck video, way longer than I'd expected. And now it's ultra late, and it feels like only 2 hours had passed since I woke up, but it really has been 9 hours since I've woken up. And NIHT, nothing important happened today again. Yeah. Nothing important happened today. Apparently ICE has arrived around USC. It's scary. It's a bit scary. Again, I can't repost anything on Instagram. And it sucks that I'm on the sidelines, but I mean, to protect myself, I have to be on the sidelines. Yeah, I don't have anything else to add, actually. So for lunch, I had, toast, eggs, and ham. But turns out the toast I had, which I bought like 2 months ago, it's been in the fridge. It's all moldy, smells very weird, smells very green, and like the mold is not like a chunk. It's like very evenly spread out in the bread, but like lightly. It's so fucking weird. I immediately threw it away. So instead, I used the cinnamon bread that I bought in Trader Joe's like a couple weeks ago, which is sweet. And then for the eggs, I also had like some shredded cheese and some mushrooms on it. So it became a very fulfilling lunch that I enjoyed, actually. That's it. That's all I have to say, actually. Holy shit. I have nothing else to report. I don't know. I'm just like thinking about like people. Like for some reason I kind of I don't know why. I'm like remembering what happened to me over the last semester. I mean, of course I remember, but like I'm recalling it. And just the feeling of going to school every day, repeating, and like going to classes. Oh, I spoke up today, and then taking a bus going home. It's kind of bland, and then just like I run into Jian, and I'm like, okay, well, it's fine. I'll run into her another time, and then I'll speak to her, and like just procrastinating again. It's just. I don't know. I'm in my last year of school, actually. And it's scary. And I mean, I did a lot of stuff in the last semester, don't get me wrong. I think I've done more last semester than I have in any semesters in my life. Like, I did many short films, I went to Cannes, submitted film to Cannes Fest. I had work. I joined a magazine. I published an article. And I just made a lot of friends in general. But it's still not enough. Like, I was talking to Michelle a couple days ago saying, do you have any regrets? Because she just graduated. And she's like, no, not really. And I'm like, wow, that's great. Because if you ask me that question, I have a lot of regrets. Even though I have done so much in the last semester, it's still not enough. Like, it's not the ideal university life that I have in mind. But then now you're asking, what is ideal, right? If I have a relationship and a lot of things happen to me, is that the ideal thing then? Like, I think before going to USC, I was like, oh, it's such a big school and so many weird things are gonna happen to me. And so much drama and so many like specific things are gonna happen, but like not really. I don't know. It's a little existential, I think. Yeah, and then that's it. I mean, I would say I've been productive so far today. Like, I mean, I filmed 2 videos. I just finished editing 1 video out of the 4 videos I'm planning to edit today. I watched 1 episode of anime. I'll be watching more anime tonight. Yeah, it's been productive. Yeah, you know. But yeah, I think aside from that, that's it. I think I'm heading to Ralph's tomorrow. Yeah, I think I'm heading to Ralph's. And then I think, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm heading to Ralph's tomorrow. I think that's the only thing I can really say. Looking forward to Anime Expo. Looking forward to the film set. I mean, for some reason, June this year I think is even more boring than June last year. Because June last year had like a lot of film sets. I think I went to a few film sets last summer. This summer I think it's a little dry, maybe on the dry side. I don't know. I just want to be acquainted with people. I just want to know people and talk to them and stuff. I just want to know people. Yeah, that's all. Dinner time. Okay, time now is 1:31 p.m. on June 11th. June 10th. Yeah. So I slept from 5 a.m. to about 5 a.m. to about 1:15. Yeah, that's very late, and I really don't want to do that anymore. I want to sleep earlier. But yeah, June 10th. Yes. I think it's been like 2 weeks since I've returned from Cannes. which is crazy because so much happened there and so little happened here. Anyways, no notifications. I woke up to like barely anything. Dane, this guy in community college, keeps sending me like selfies and videos that mean nothing. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Is he trying to flirt with me? I don't know. And I've been talking to Justin T a little bit, but I won't be seeing him until maybe August. But yeah. So yeah, I really have nothing to do or say today. I'm going to Ralph's first of all, and then second of all, I have a bunch of miscellaneous things to do. Like watching short films for HKOS. I received an email last night for the crew survey, the Google form thing for the film set that I'm about to hop on about a few days later, and surprisingly, I don't know anyone. I looked at the email, like the email chain, and I don't know anyone? What the fuck? You know, I thought I've arrived at a point where I basically know, like, or at least I've seen 1/3 of the entire film school. But I don't know a single person in this email chain. It's insane. It's unhinged. So, in a weird way, I'm actually curious about what's gonna happen. So there's that. I also want to do something meaningful. I realize I've been spending so much time making YouTube videos in the last 2 weeks, and I just keep coming up with an idea for YouTube and then making it, and it's just like I'm just giving myself things to do to kill time almost. I want to do something that would also be meaningful for me long term, like drawing, reading, you know, the drill. Things that would actually like help me. Maybe do some exercises, I don't know. So yeah. I have nothing else to talk about. I'll be having egg tarts. Lunch, I am actually thinking dumplings and tofu and kimchi. And then for dinner, I think I've ran out of meat. Yeah, well, that's why I need to go to Ralph's today. Okay. That's it. That's all. Okay, time now is 11:06 p.m. I did nothing today, and I also haven't had dinner, so I'm gonna just have it right now. So I'm gonna be quick. I'm gonna be lightning fast. NIHT, it's been, what, 13 days? 14 days? Ugh, but, yeah, it's getting a little depressing. Like, after so many days of nothing happening, it's, I mean, yeah, I did go to, you know, the Criterion truck and everything, but it's just, I don't know, I just feel kind of deprived of, I guess, narrative. There's no plot in my life right now. There's no plot progression. Yeah, I don't know. All I'm thinking about is, just my life and what to do and what it all means. And yeah, I did go to Ralph's. It's interesting because I was looking at Instagram. I looked at Instagram a lot, and in one of those Hong Kong news Instagrams, there's an Instagram post about how LA is gonna go under martial law soon, or like not martial law. I guess yes, martial law. Martial law? Curfew, not martial law. What am I thinking? But like, I haven't heard news about LA having a curfew, and I'm only hearing it through the Hong Kong news channel, which is really weird. And the funny thing is, when I went to Ralph's, it was 8 p.m. and everyone's still out there. So maybe the curfew will start tomorrow, which is a little bit of a problem because I'm thinking of getting more food, but I have quite a bit of food now. But yeah, so if I can go outside tomorrow night, then Trader Joe's it is. If not, I can survive a few more days. I realized that during the wildfires earlier this year, I was also staying at home a lot, actually. But yeah. Anyways, I really don't have much else to talk about. Just trying to get things done. The whole apartment smells like fish now because I believe Mary was cooking fish again. So my entire bedroom smells like the ocean right now. So that's great. But for tonight, I'm going to be having some spicy chicken, which is already made, ready-made spicy chicken, some penne pasta, and some spinach for salad. And then tonight, I'll probably have some macarons. I don't know. I mean, I can go to Trader Joe's tomorrow. Like, if I can't go out at night, I can go out in the afternoon. It's like, fine. It's not the end of the world. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing else. Yeah. What else? I've been talking to Evelyn a little bit because I told Evelyn that there's going to be a short film showcase thing at her school, but it's for HKOS. It's just a coincidence that she goes to that school. Or went, I guess. And then Evelyn's like, yeah, I'm going to show up, and my boyfriend can show up too. Let's all meet. And I'm like, yeah, sure. But now it's a little weird because there are like 12 people who signed up to show up, and I'm sure all of them are like Hong Kongers. And there is nothing else to talk about. I look forward to going back to Hong Kong every single day. LA is a shithole. Just want to have good food. I want to have noodles. I want to have sushi. I want to have just congee. I want to have soup. I want to have... Oh my god. I can't imagine how much pain it's going to cause me. It's going to cost me. For round 6. Because right now I'm in round 5. I'm near the end of round 5, basically. And round 6, I think it's going to be a long round. Now that's a long one because that's going to go from, I guess, September this year all the way to maybe July 2 years later. So, I don't know. Can't imagine. But yeah. Me going back to Hong Kong this summer would be the 5th time. Yeah. I don't know. I hate thinking this way, but like last night I looked at a Reddit post and it's about a guy saying, I'm 19 and I finally had my first kiss, but I still feel lonely. And then someone in the reply was like, yeah, I had mine when I was 20. And I'm like, I'm 22, about to turn 23. Like, am I, like, what's wrong with me? I don't know, at some point, you know, in the beginning, like, back in secondary school, if I don't have a girlfriend, it's like, haha, you're lame. But I've reached a point where it's like, aw, I feel bad. Like you can't even insult me anymore. It's just sad now. It's just empty. It's not even sad anymore. It's just empty. It's like, yeah, you know, it's not even, it's so bad that it's not even insultable. Like, people don't even want to insult me anymore. It's just like, oh, what the fuck? What's wrong with you? You're, like, not a homo sapien. You're not a homo sapien for not having kissed a girl. But it's, I don't want to have these thoughts. These are poisonous thoughts, okay? Poisonous thoughts indeed. Yeah. I want to draw, man. I really want to draw. I'm going to draw later. Yeah. Okay, time now is June 11th, 611, 1:56 p.m. I'm gonna be fast because I have a stomachache right now for some reason. I don't know why. I slept from 4:40 to 1:30. That's a long time. That's nearly 9 hours. Holy shit. And I have nothing planned to do today again. But I do want to go to Trader Joe's, so I think I'm going to do that. But there's the curfew, which means my plan is I'm going to walk to Trader Joe's in broad daylight. And then, but here's the catch. The catch is, by the time I arrive at Trader Joe's, it's going to be 6 p.m. I'm going to buy stuff, line up, and then I'm going to take the free lift home, because by then it would be after 6 p.m. So that's the plan. And then I have nothing else, and I expect myself to stay home for the next few days as well, unfortunately. And I made an Instagram story about how I would love to say things and repost things, but I can't because I was advised not to. And then tons of people replied to my Instagram story. Everyone from Yilin to Jingchen to this Thai music guy who I met a while back, to some other people. It's just, you know, all the international students. Basically, even Cassie. I mean, she's Mexican, yes. So, I think she's... I mean, I know Trump is, like, really, like, trying to take down, like, Chinese and Hong Kong passport holders, but I think Mexicans also face huge, equal amounts of pressure right now. So yeah, we live in unhinged times. My mom, like, talked to me yesterday, asking me if I'm okay. My grandma called me 2 nights ago, asking me if I'm okay. And honestly, so far, it's fine. Like, around USC, it's okay. Last night, I did hear an explosion, though. But it's probably... I mean, explosions happen all the time. But around USC, it's okay. It's still not that crazy yet. I feel like when, like, during the Hong Kong protests, when there were protests, like, literally 20 protests across the city, it's like, and people are, like, breaking down the streets and building barricades. Those were insane. Right now, it's actually, like, about 5 to 10% the intensity of the Hong Kong protests. So it's, like, not that crazy yet. Anyways, who knows? But still scary, so we'll see. Okay, it's 8:34 p.m. Hold on. It's 8:34 p.m. I don't know why, but my raspy voice has made a comeback. I sound raspy again, so that's great. Anyways, NIHT. Nothing happened today again for the 15th time. I had a good sleep. I edited videos. I actually didn't film any reviews today, which is actually saving me quite a bit of time. Instead I'm focusing on editing my Mexico vlog as well as just other stuff. Lizzie called me very briefly, so I guess that's the highlight of the day, is I was called. Lizzie called me and asked me, how's it been? I'm glad you stayed safe. And essentially on June 25th, she has to do art for this photo shoot. And she's asking for my help, and I'm like, yeah, I'm down. It sounds really complicated. She has to build 3 rooms and use a few flats to build the 3 rooms, and one of the rooms has to be like a beach or something, which I'm not entirely sure how we're gonna achieve, but let's try. But the main reason why I'm saying yes to this is because Lizzie's trying to get me paid, because she's working for this company, this brand. So I'm like, cool, I'm down. I want to get paid. Lizzie wants to be paid. So the standard rate is $250 per day. That's day rate. It's supposedly about 20 per hour. So 12 hours is 240, but there's a photo shoot, so it doesn't have to be 240, but Lizzie's trying to get me paid, so hey, $250 is like 10 4K Criterion Blu-rays. That's great. Like, I'm gonna say yes. So yeah, I said yes, so there's that. And then nothing else. I went to Trader Joe's, so today I decided to walk instead of take a lift over to TJ's. I just walked because it's been a while since I've walked outside, you know. And yeah, it was nice. It was very peaceful. I was listening to a lot of slow, quiet songs, and yeah, it's just very, very peaceful, even though there are protests and it's getting stressful. But sometimes I just want to feel the emptiness of the world. Sometimes I listen to really peaceful music and just feel like I'm existing in some kind of void. Yeah, that's how I feel right now. Kinda in a void. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but Leia, my friend from Hong Kong Leia, actually DM'd me yesterday asking me if I'm safe. It's kind of funny how a lot of people are asking me if I'm safe or not, but yeah. Also, just want to say, like, I bought so much food today, and a bunch of those food, usually I would just lay them all out over here, but now I'm not making a mess at all, because a lot of the food I bought is in this box. It's fucking, I love boxes, man. This is ingenious. Like, it's kind of filled to the brim right now. Like, you can see the curry, the brownie, there's some cookies down there, there's an apple pie down there. But it's still, like, it's so cool. Like, boxes, you can just stack things up. I know it's, like, primitive, but, like, I don't know, it's just such a great decision I made to put things in boxes. It's saving me so much space. Yeah, I have nothing else to report. That's it. Yeah, I made this Instagram story last night about how I wish I could say many things, but I can't say them. So many people like my story, including Jayun, which I don't know. I think it's like I think 90%. See, there's this huge fly. Like, okay, 90% of me is like, yeah, I've moved on from her. You know, I just kind of don't care about her. I don't want to care about her. I'm done. But I think there's still like 10% of me that's like, there's still an ounce of confusion. There's still, why? Why did you do this to me? Why did you randomly have to disappear, And yeah, Jayun isn't like disappearing. She's just lost interest and decided not to talk to me. She didn't just like instantly completely vanish, but still it kind of felt that way. And I think it's ultra disappointing because during Christmas, my Christmas trip at Seattle, I was like, yeah, I want to know people because I feel like I don't deeply know a person. And that was also around the time when Jayun was like really talking to me, and she talks about her family, she talks about her music, she talks about her ex, which is but like I was like, wow, at least I'm knowing someone, like knowing them. And then just now I realize I don't know anything about Jayun beyond the basics. I mean, her taste in music, the things she likes doing, you can basically tell by the things she posts on Instagram. The truth is, even after so many conversations with her, I still don't know anything about her. She's still a stranger to me, and I think that's sad. It's like so much of what she tells me is vapid. It's just meaningless air. It's nothing. Yeah. And now I'm just thinking, am I doing the same thing? Because I feel like maybe one of the reasons why it's tougher for me than for an average person to make friends is because most of what I say to other people don't mean anything. And I realized that's true, like when I was, classmates with Matt 2 semesters ago, back in the first half of round 5, back in semester 2 of USC. Every time I see him, we just talk about movies, and at some point our conversation just dries out. It's like there's nothing beyond movies and classes to talk about. And I think the only few people that I'm comfortable talking like beyond that is like Rachel and Justin T and Glenn, the 3 Hong Kongers that I trust pretty much. But even so, they're not that present, and God knows what Rachel is doing now. I hope she's doing well. It's probably really stressful. Like she's probably in a lot of stress right now. And then I guess the next closest thing is Christian R, really. But like, yeah, even so, I don't talk about things too much with Christian R. I mean, we do talk a lot about like music, and I think Christian R has shown me sides of him, and I've shown him sides of me that I don't think I show people too much. But like even so, I've never really, I don't think not even Rachel, not even Justin T actually. I think only Glenn knows this, maybe. I've never dated anyone. And the truth is, the fact that I haven't told anyone, the fact that I'm still hiding from everyone, it's like a bad thing, Maybe I should be more bare bones. But then it's like, maybe I shouldn't? I don't know. It's like the more I study in USC, the less I know who I am and how I should present myself. It's weird. Usually the more people live in this world, the more they understand themselves and the more they understand how to present themselves. I think I'm like this, and then I hit community college and I'm like, I'm sure, and then it's downhill. Like after entering USC, it's just a whirlpool of confusion. I just don't know anymore. And it's crazy, like I think it wasn't until recently when I found out Matt is only 1 year older than me. He's born in 2001. And he has a girlfriend and he's been arrested. Like, I know I don't have to have a girlfriend or be arrested in order to live a fulfilling life, but like, his life is more interesting than me, and he's lived more than I have. And yeah, I just, goddamn, you know? Goddamn.